inside out. Now, at £100 a pop, nobody likes changing a tyre, but there are some drivers who change all four after just 1 day's use. You're probably thinking, why? And you'll still be thinking that after you've watched this.
This is cruising, and depending on your point of view, it's either a sport, a harmless hobby, or a plain nuisance. These illegal events attract thousands who look at cars and experience the smell of burning rubber.
The local residents, particularly on a summer's night when they want to sit out and barbecue in the backyard, and all they can hear all night is the screeching of cars, the persistent noise from the vehicles driving up and down, the hi-fis, etc. Why should they have to put up with that in their own house?
We're not causing no harm. There's more and more people out, you know, uptown causing a lot more hassle than what we're ever causing. Yeah. You know, like I say, you've lads, lasses coming out here. It's a great night.
It's now 9:30. More and more cars are piling up. A lot more than what you get on a Saturday afternoon. And I just don't know when it's going to end.
This is a Wakefield trading estate on a cold Sunday night. Police don't like it, but the cruisers say there's nowhere else to show off their cars.
What cars have you got there? Because I've got about 35, 40 cars here at the minute.
Surprised they've just turned up like a plague of locusts. How's the word spread?
Mainly through mobile phones. People get to know each other. You know, people chat with each other. We generally wait down here first anyway, and then find out if else is going out anywhere else.
Where would they be travelling from?
On a good night, York, Selby, Manchester. They've come from Nottingham, Newcastle before now, so all over the place.
Well, everyone's just turned out of the woodwork like flies.
You'll even get people coming out Boxing Day.
Yeah?
Boxing Day, Sunday night, yeah, you'll even get people coming out. It doesn't matter what the weather is.
Is it a Sunday thing? It's just a Sunday thing?
It's just a Sunday thing, yeah. It's when everybody gets together, everybody talks about cars, and you just meet a lot of people.
These are all good guys. These all work hard for the cars. The old saying is they're not on street corners mugging old grannies. I'm a youth worker myself. Yeah. And these lads will do well.
Here we go, we've got some company now.
Looks like we've got company from the boys in blue.
So, whether what'll happen now, we don't know.
Jig, what's funny like? I can't hang on 2 seconds, I'm going on.
The police's arrival and the threat of antisocial behaviour orders means the crowd quickly disperses.
Well, by the looks of it, they've come over and told them all if they don't leave, because it's got the Section 30 on it, that everybody's getting arrested. People have already been warned. If they see the cars, they don't have to warn them anymore, they can just take them. All right, well, at the minute, the coppers have gone, so whether they're going to come back, we've got one blocking one entrance and the meat van's gone out.
So when you've asked them, and you've said, what is the problem, what's been the answer?
Antisocial gathering. Basically, anybody, amount of people over 12 people is classed as a riot situation.
As you can see, it took about 30 minutes for people to gather here. And the police turned up, and they disappeared in 30 seconds.
But that's not the end of the night by any stretch of the imagination.
20 minutes after the police told them to move on, and now they're all back again. It's a real game of cat and mouse, and I actually think it's part of the fun for the kids as well, and adults. They'll keep doing it on and on all night long. Let's see who lasts the longest.
Then the cars clear out of the way for the main event. And this is a bit that really divides opinion. West Yorkshire Police are taking a tough line on cruising. They say the cruisers are simply doing it in the wrong places. And as part of the ASBOs, car confiscations are promised. The cruisers, though, are so organised that they've even have DVDs of their exploits.
Let's look at that car there. How much do you think that fella would have spent on that car?
Well, it looks like a kit car. It's obviously somebody's pride and joy that they've put together.
Is that kid in the car with him?
It looks like he's got a child, probably 8, 9 years old. And as you can see, he's misjudged that and hit the lamppost.
Would you say these guys are good drivers?
Some of them are very, very good drivers from what you see, but what they're doing is irresponsible in the places that they're doing it. In such an uncontrolled environment where they've got people standing about, that are stood very close to the car. It only takes them to have something like a blowout, a steering defect, to misjudge something ever so slightly. They could be into a crowd of people, and I could be then looking at fatalities.
At the offices of Fast Call magazine, they've seen a tussle with police before, and they're convinced there'll only be one winner.
We found in the scene at the moment it's still growing. Over year and year it's growing bigger and bigger and bigger, even though there is a lot more police interaction. Police are finding other ways to stop it. Some people are being stopped, obviously, but it's keep going. People still want to enjoy meeting in places. They have a right to do so. There's nothing wrong with people meeting up and gathering and having an interest and enjoying that. So I think it will keep growing.
But out of the street scene, there are moves by some to go legit. To find venues they can cruise without annoying the neighbours. And in the cruisers' eyes, this is a sport. And maybe, just maybe, there might be a chance to make a living out of it.
So what got you into it?
Passionate cars, driving fast, having a bit of fun instead of going.
So you've been doing this, what, you're 32 now, you've been doing this as a young man, just...
Mum bought me my first car when I was sort of like 13. Yeah. Taught me to drive, reversing in that garage, and then started on the fields.
Now, this isn't the kind of stuff that most drivers would do, but for the cruisers, this is the main attraction of the scene.
Now I've got a bit of a trick for you. This fella and this BMW, love them, they're very expensive, is going to show us a trick at speed. Now he's going to take this car down to this fella, and he's going to spin the car around this fella's toes, which is called a small donut. Good luck, son. Then he's going to take the same car, spin it down to this car, and do a bigger donut. And then he's going to take the same BMW in a controlled manner, at speed, and spin it around the two of them. It's called a sidewind, something. Just have a look.
This is not the kind of thing you should try in your own motor car, or anybody else's, by the way. But this move toward legitimacy is gathering pace. But in the short term, there's little prospect of the conflict between the law and the neighbours coming to an end.
I've started off doing it as the underground and doing it as the illegal stuff in the car parks and things like that. It's now time where people have said that I'm good enough to basically go for it and do it professionally. I'd like to start doing it as a day job, doing it at the stunt shows, doing it at the car shows, things like that. You know, I'm making it into a daytime, full-time job.
You've got to the point where you've got a reputation where when you turn up, people turn up to watch you. But you're always walking on that fine line of getting arrested or...
Certain towns they just don't like it at all, full stop, end of story. Other ones you'll get police where they'll work with you and say, look, you know, we've let you go on until we've had some complaints. We've had some complaints, now we need to move you off.
Is there a long-term solution to this?
I think at the moment we're in a situation where it's status quo, where we, the police, are trying to prevent these events taking place on retail car parks, etc. As we've already discussed, the main thrust from our perspective would be to say, can you take it somewhere, can you organise it and can you control it? The people that I've spoken to down at the cruise keep coming to me to suggest other alternatives and other venues. That's not for me to do.
5 years' time, where do you see you and the cruising scene?
I don't think that it was legal by then. Where do I see me? I'd like to think I'd see me in an arena, doing it as a full-time job, travelling the country, you know, doing promotions for people, maybe doing adverts.
Johnny Nelson there, Burning Rubber, ending tonight's Inside Out.